Stormgame. Hello everyone, we're watching, I don't know how to say this, Wurzuzwarg, I guess is how I'll go with, playing on the Celestial. So this is the rank 1 Infernal player and the rank 1 player full stop on the leaderboard. There he is, he's got 2,500 MMR and points, a great deal more than the next couple of guys. And he's going for that chamber first, and up in the top right we have Hyy on his Japanese kanji account, playing the Vanguard. Now Hyy is a bunker rusher like me, but it looks like he is opting for the command post first. And the Argents have turned around and are starting to shoot the chamber. Now this isn't what you typically do with Celestials, because it's nice to get across the map. Like, this is a command post first, so this Argent could already be halfway across the map and get there and start pecking at all of these workers and getting some true value. But it looks like we're almost afraid of the bunker rush perhaps, and keeping our Argents at home, making sure that we don't lose in 2 minutes to that, because I have been bunker rushing this guy a lot, and I don't think he's held it even once yet, so perhaps that's in his mind, perhaps not. He's going for the expand, so 3 Argents, Morph Core, Prism. It looks like he's skipping the Prism in favor of the Array. I'm not sure about that. I would prefer to get the Prism, get that eco going immediately, because Prisms are so good for their cost for eco. And Hyy has managed to do the impossible. He's actually getting a turret up quite quickly in his main. He's kind of defenseless here. He does have Bob Overcharge perhaps. He's going to lose a couple of workers, but you can imagine like what would happen if these 3 Argents are here a long time ago. I just don't think that it's possible to expand as Vanguard, unless you know your opponent just doesn't do the Sergeant stuff and goes Array first every game. It doesn't look like that's the case. We were able to save... Okay, we weren't able to save any workers. We lost like 2 or 3 workers there. We're trying now to defend with a bunch of sentry posts, but you know, this array is about to finish. We have 3 prisms, I imagine, in the main. This prism is about to go and take a 3rd array as well, which is how I do it as well. Like, if the opponent goes 2 base, you can just take the 3rd base. There's no threat for a really long time. Vanguard needs to tech into something that can deal with your first unit Argents, and in order for them to do that, they kind of have to not take a 3rd base themselves. If they take a 3rd base themselves, they'll die to Argents. So Vanguard's kind of stuck in the I need to be able to deal with Argents stage of the game. We are getting up a mech bay here. Oh no, he built the sentry post that blocks his Luminite mining. You hate to see it. So they actually can't seem to get through there. Oh, they can, I lied. It needs to be 1 square closer. He just didn't have enough workers to saturate that node. Okay. Okay, so sentry posts at least keeping these 3 Argents at bay, but these 3 Argents were made a long time ago, and in the meantime we managed to get up a 3rd array, or at least start it.
Dimensional rift detected.
Making a bunch of prisms. And a dog scout is out for Hyy. He's able to see, he's probably seen that there's a 3rd base. He can't actually see the building, but he would have seen a red dot and been alerted to the fact that there is a 3rd array. 3 dogs are out now, so it's Dog Hog.
A Stormgate has appeared.
2 mech bays. Oh, sorry, 1 mech bay and a biolab. So we're going to rush medtechs. Medtechs are just generally really good against Celestials. If you put them on the Argents, it does a ton of damage to all the other Argents around it as well as the target. Okay, we're going to trade a dog for a Argent here. Very nice. Oof, the Argent's kind of, yeah, they're targeting the dogs, and you can see when you do that, the Argent goes down for the 1 dog, so it's a 2-to-1 trade. 100 resources killed for Vanguard, and only 50 killed for the Celestial. So not ideal, but we have been very skimpy on the Hog. We've only got 2 Hogs, and very skimpy on units generally, and the reason why is we're trying to get up to Medtech and Nanoswarm, so all of our resources are being poured into that. And yeah, even though there's only 5 Argents here, they were able to take the Stormgate. We weren't able to do much about it. Even a 3rd base coming up for Celestials. So Celestials rocketing ahead in terms of economy. Even getting the Stormgate with very few units. And that's what Stormgate is becoming, right? It's getting the Stormgate with just enough units, just more than your opponent, so that he can't contest it. We do have a couple of nano swarms out now for the medtechs. A Vulcan is on its way. Ah, a scrapyard is here, so we can even get ramparts. Even when we're defending, we can just throw down a habitat and turn it into a rampart and immediately get one shield on hopefully a good unit that isn't just like a worker or something. But the rampart can be clutch. It's just very hard to use because as soon as it finishes, as soon as it upgrades, it's on auto cast and it will just cast on some random thing. So it's kind of hard to actually use. But if you can use it, it's really good. So like you can see this habitat here, it might turn into a rampart and then throw it down on the Vulcan and defend really well. Wurzuzwarg able to get up 3 prisms on this double Therium as well. So you can see he's just basically an entire base up right now. Looks like mass chamber, now 1 Legion Hall is being made. Hogs coming in, targeting down that Faerun and getting it for the price of a dog by the looks of it. Bunch of nano swarms now being cast. Vulcan doing some good damage as well. Nano swarms are in there doing their work. No attempt to mitigate the nano swarm damage, just kind of losing all of our health and units to those nano swarms. But we do catch the medtechs kind of. Oh no, they're slipping through the cracks. Yeah, Nano Swarm's doing well there, but just a lot more stuff for the Celestial player because he's been on a better economy for so long. Yeah, okay, good. Korea falling. But no substance. That Vulcan was the only kind of substantial part of the army that could just sit there and do consistent damage. You can see a lot of low health units from the Nano Swarms, but nothing to lock the army down. You can see like 1 Hedgehog, 2 Hedgehog, Nano Swarm, and right clicks from these 5 damage gauntlets. Apparently the medtechs have something called pulse gauntlets doing 5 damage. Wait, they have 8.5 range? I didn't realize that. That's quite good. Medtechs, secret tech, right click medtechs. You see we're scrambling to try and defend these small amounts of units, and it just looks like we're getting attacked at the timing where we don't have enough substantial units in the army. Like 3 Vulcans and that fight would have gone completely differently. But Hedgehog medtech, just not enough consistent damage. You can see just units streaming across from all of these chambers. We got rid of the prime feature from Celestials, but they're still able to just stream the Kree across the map. And see they're very tanky, like these Hedgehogs are just not ripping through them like you'd like them to. We do have 2 Vulcans on the way, so Hyy realizes what he needs here. Some anchoring for his armies. In the meantime, just trying to survive. But you know, we're just horribly behind in economy, so trades need to be going very well for us. Oh, nice, cutting through the trees there, freeing the Vulcan. Very nice. Wurzuzwarg probably understands the Vulcan is the only real threat to his army. He focuses that down. But you know, in the process of that, he had to run through the whole of the other army and take some decent damage. So that's how you do it, right? Like the Vulcans are critical. Even when they're being focus fired down, they're able to provide that value. Nice, so able to clean up eventually. Again, just the problem is we are behind on a whole base, let's call it. Actually losing all of our Therium workers here. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, looks like we pulled them out and overcharged into the 3rd base. So able to get a 3rd base behind that cleanup, which is nice. We have a lot of medtechs, which is super nice. Again, just the 1 Vulcan. I feel like there needs to be 3, and then we're so happy here. Even making more Hedgehogs here. I'm not sure that's what we need. I think we're desperately in need of more Vulcans. You see that 1 Vulcan with Nano Swarm on it refusing to die here? Imagine if that was 3. We would have cleaned this army up with no effort at all. It would have been really nice. As it is, Hyy kind of doing the same thing twice, moving out with the single Vulcan. This time we have Nano Swarm on it and it is surviving very nicely. There are Argents here, which do a reasonable amount of damage to heavy targets like Vulcans, so able to kind of clean up the push with 3 Argent. Now some Seraphim coming in. They're just being very annoying, right? You can't Nano Swarm them, and it's hard to kill them with Hedgehog, Vulcan, Medtech, so This third base getting pushed. Kree and Argent's just rolling in. Yeah, I do just wonder if he attacked and he just waited for that second or even third Vulcan, how this would have gone.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
It's kind of like playing against Protoss. If they only have 2 Immortals, that's one thing. If they have 10 Immortals, it becomes impossible to take a good trade. But resetting his tech is what we're doing over and over again.
Has appeared.
Good micro. Like, able to clean up. As soon as there's 2 Vulcans, we're cleaning up very nicely. Looks like Wurzuzwarg is content with the 3 base streaming across the map. We'll be mining out in his main soon, so we'll have to get another location for Luminite. Floating this over to the island base. I don't think he knows that it's actually one of the worst bases Celestials can take now. But it doesn't look like it's going to matter too much since Hyy has spent the majority of this game defending his own base, stabilizing, then walking across the map with a single Vulcan. Hyy. Wait for 2. Absolutely scammed yourself, I think. It's hard to say. As I say, like, regardless of the game state, Celestials is ahead in economy. So the only way it feels like you can actually win is getting the insanely good trades. But then Celestials can just say, nah, I don't want to take this trade, I'm going home. I'm gonna go home, you have to fight deep into my base and see how that works out for you, you know? But there it is. Pretty cool game between Wurzuzwarg and Hyy. Nice to see this matchup go to past 3 minutes. And we can kind of see what's going on here. A lot of Nano Swarm, a lot of Vulcans, Hedgehogs, Argent Kree, and Seraphim. And I imagine if the game went any further, we'd see some Archangels, maybe even Animancers, and we'd see Hornets from the Celestial player. There it is, Hyy versus Wurzuzwarg. Pretty cool game. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.